Hello viewers, so we've enjoyed the Monaco video there, and now we're moving on to rally mode. The first thing I did when I got the PC version actually was to try an extended rally track. So I went into a time trial mode, checked that out. There's already a few people on the leaderboards there just beavering away, obviously spending hours on each section and tuning their car and whatever you. But I went there with a bog setup, just had a run. Here's that run now.
Hello viewers, so here we are then on a WRC time trial. I say WRC, it's his WRC car, so we can call it that. This is an extended Finland section I did the other day. This is a time trial. Very competitive online already. Wow, taking that first corner pretty, flat out basically. You want to get off the line with not quite full revs, because you do get a bit of wheel spin. Often I just bury it for these videos, but if you want to get away, you've really got to get some traction off the line. You can see here I'm pretty close, but he pulls away from me pretty quickly. I think some of that could be down to also gear ratios as well. You'll see that I'm struggling with the gears later, losing some time there, understeering on that corner, and then here through one, and then cutting across the next section there, trying to get some good speed. So I certainly got some back there, but it's down to those gear ratios, all important in tuning your car in time trials. But you can see it's fast and furious. A lot of focus here coming into this long right-hander. You can actually take that at full speed, I reckon, rather than lifting. I had a little slide there and oversteered, and actually I think if I'd been at full speed the car would have got through there okay. So there's a lot of speed there. Again here, just sort of hammering it through the section. Got a bit too much of a slide on, lost some speed there, and then didn't carry the momentum through as much as I'd like through this section. You can see a lot of opposite locks, so time loss there, and then you're losing time all the way down this straight, braking early, third gear, getting the wheel up there. You're always hoping for the best. In this corner here, it's a long one, it's a tight entry, but then opens on the exit. You can never really get enough speed, and then it's full speed here. Now, this is one of those areas where I didn't know if I should stay in fourth or go up into fifth gear. And you can see I stayed in fourth, and then eventually I say, right, okay, let's go into fifth towards the end here, and then straight back down to second gear. Cut that corner quite well. And this is the section that's quite technical now with this particular car. It's as much as the track is wide, there's one line that you need to take around it, so it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, half the road is peripheral, if you like. It's if you want the racing line and you want to compete, you've really got to be on that one line. And here, oversiding the car again, losing time, big time there. That was probably a 1.5 second loss, so loads more time to find there. And coming around these final few corners, that's the time trial of Finland.
Great fun, really enjoyed that. Made a few mistakes, but it shows how far behind I fell just with a couple of mistakes here and there, because there's a lot of fast sections in the game. If you get a corner wrong, you're just losing time all the way down those fast sections, and of course you can lose a second here and a second there very easily by just getting a corner slightly wrong. So lots of practice needed. Also with the gear ratios as well, I didn't quite have my gear ratios right on that run. I'd need to do those again, but I will do a few more time trial runs when I get more into it. It's funny actually, I mean a lot of you will be sort of playing it now and getting the game this week, and it'd be interesting to get your opinions on the game as well. I mean, the rally modes at the moment, they talk about 60% of the game being rally, and that's great to see, but it's a little bit cheeky because actually Finland is probably about 2 rally tracks. That's all it is, and they've cut them up into lots of little pieces and put them back together in different orders, so there isn't actually lots of different tracks. Silverstone, if you go one way it's Silverstone, if you go backwards it's a different track. No, it's one race track, and I find that often the numbers are increased by cutting bits and from here and there and putting them all back together again. So you do get a sense of deja vu when you're doing the rally stages. What I like about rally is when you're travelling from one region to another. One region might be forest, one region might be fields, one region might be gravel, one region might be mud, through mountains, and you go on a whole journey in a rally, and that's something which isn't present in necessarily in these rally sections. They're a little bit samey here and there, but they are still highly detailed and a lot of fun. Right, enough rambling from me. Here's a bit more Finland.
Pressing start, waiting for the cars to go. This is in dry conditions. A much slower rally car actually than we were looking at in the WRC. In a way, it feels really sedate. I mean, when you first play the game, you're playing the S2000 cars, and, you know, it'll feel quite comfortable. It'll feel quite quick. But once you progress up to obviously the high speed cars, it's amazing. The game is like a rocket. But quite comfortable. Because the car is slow, obviously, its handling is not so. You can't do the car gymnastics, as it were, with this one so much. So it's just about maximising your lines, maximising the gear. Sometimes, you know, it's about smoother driving rather than just, you know, sliding the car, you know, all over the place. You really need to sort of maximise all the points. So it's all full speed through this section. I didn't let off for the jump, I don't think. I just kind of went for it. Sometimes you let off for those jumps. And this is a corner that tightens further in. I'm just going to prepare for the right-hander there. Getting across the bridges. I did have a nasty accident with the bridge at one point. I've got that on camera actually. I managed to make it across the bridge upside down, which was fantastic. Then landing the wheels again. Again, they got a wheel into that sort of ditch, if you like. That didn't help me. It does if you get a little sort of millimetre of the wheel in there. It gives you a sort of super positive camber, but unfortunately I got a bit too much in there. Around that section as well, you know, the car could have gone faster. You know, certainly not as quick as I would like. On to the next section. Away we go. Around turn 1 there, and just boom, a little touch on the bridge there. It could have been nasty. That bridge came up. I wasn't expecting that around the first corner. Of course, wet conditions in a car that doesn't handle that great and isn't that fast. So I'm a little bit slower visually here, but certainly no less of effort there in trying to get the speed. The conditions are a lot more slippy in the wet, so you do need to provide for that under braking. Of course, the car slides differently, and as I say, it's a slower car as well. Again, this is a backwards section as to some of the stuff we were doing earlier. So a lot of the sort of same houses and trees and stuff like that, but still, you know, obviously it looks brilliant going through this high speed section. Again, here I was in 6th gear. You can see 6th gear is just not working for me. The 5th gear kind of maxed, 6th gear isn't going anywhere. Down into 3rd, and again I could have sort of had a muck about with the gears to maximise the lower gears and some of the mid-speed corners at least. You know, certainly down the straights I wasn't getting, you know, some of the speed I would like. So you get up into 5th gear and then it just starts to struggle. A bit more comfortable around these sections. This is why I lost it earlier in the WRC car. You see, no problem there.
Okay, so that was obviously wet conditions, a bit slidier. Car wasn't as quick as before, and so again I could have done with retuning some of the gears in there. I couldn't quite get it up all the way through the gears. It's a bit of an issue sometimes when you get to the top of 4th, whether you're changing to 5th or not, and you know, it's something that you just have to make a judgment call on sometimes. But good fun all the same. I'll be running obviously lots more videos. I'll be putting the odd ones on the Facebook group as well. Please join the Facebook group, which is linked below this video. Subscribe as well. We need to get as many subscribers and many people on the Facebook, and of course my Twitter as well. We want to get loads of people on there because that helps us, it supports us in what we do, in what we show Codemasters, what we're doing and everything else. We need your support as viewers behind us to say that you enjoy the videos and what we've been doing so far. But that's it from me for now, and I'll see you all soon.